Well, hello there, fanboys and fan wenches. This, of course, is the Shaman of Gaming, who is also known as Majorlock92, and today I am bringing you a bit of a sort of tips and tricks style video from Black Ops 2. What I'm going to be talking about in specific, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, is select fire on non-full auto assault rifles, because I've tested out pretty much all the weapons and every pretty much attachment on all the assault rifles as well, and I've got to say I was pretty interested by the results of the select fire on all the non-full auto assault rifles, so I thought I would test this out and show you the results and see if there's any guns that maybe have been a little bit underrated. Not by me anyway. There is one of the guns in this that is an absolute monster and a bit of a hidden one, and not a lot of people give it very much credit, but when you put the select fire attachment on it, it becomes a bit of a monster. But anyway, let's get into the video. First off, we've got the MAA1 with select fire, of course, and grip. I just think that, you know, if you are amping a full auto, not a full auto, sorry, like a 3-round burst or a semi-auto assault rifle up to full auto, it's probably going to, you know, sort of give it back to you big time on the whole sort of recoil kick side of things. So this gun really doesn't do it that much. As you can see, I'm stood about maybe 10 feet away from the wall, and this is what it's like. Obviously, 3-round burst. I think this gun is really similar to the G11 from Black Ops, because it's 3-round burst, but it fires. Actually, it's a 4-round burst, but it fires really quickly. As you can see, if you just tap, that's how quickly it actually fires. So it's not really lacking in you know, rate of fire, even with the burst mode on. But as you can see, I flick to full auto, and it just fires so fast. It's got pretty predictable recoil. It pretty much goes straight up, as you can see here. It just, you know, the recoil pattern's pretty manageable, and all you have to do really is pull down on the trigger. As you can see, I think the foregrip is pretty much a must if you're going to you know, try out the select fire on burst and semi-auto rifles, because as I said, it's going to really compensate for it in the kick. So let's try out one of the other guns. Right, here we are again. As you can see, I've come back to the same wall. This time I've got the FAL, of course. It's the semi-auto single shot assault rifle, and with the single shot, this gun is like a laser rifle. It's like deadly accurate, and obviously I've got the grip as well, which will really compensate for any recoil that's there. But even without a grip, it hasn't got much recoil at all. As you can see here, all the bullets go pretty much in the same hole. It's pretty deadly with the single fire. But as you can see, you can also put select fire on this gun, so let's see what it's like. As you can see, it doesn't really fire like, you know, a normal assault rifle would. Like the MAA1, I think, is the best gun on the game, like all round, because if you put select fire on it, it's amazing from close, and it doesn't slow down the rate of fire at all. You know, if you put the select fire attachment on it. This one, as you can see, it doesn't really fire like a full auto assault rifle at all, but as you can see, it's still not got much recoil at all. But one thing you might have to take into account is the fact that the clip in the FAL has only got 20 rounds, so you might want to put extended mags on as well, if that be to, you know, take off your secondary and have a primary gunfighter and have select fire, grip and extended mags. It's just up to you. But what I would say, if you're going to try out these select fire assault rifles, is you should really get used to using the iron sight, so you don't fill up one of your attachment slots with a, you know, with a sight, just so you can fit the select fire and what other attachment you want. So let's move on to the next assault rifle. Right, here we are again, and this time I've got the SMR. This gun is an absolute monster. It's a 2-shot kill. It's I'd sort of compare it to the MK14 from Modern Warfare 3. Kills in 2 bullets. I'm not sure whether it's got that that headshot multiplier. I've not really tried it out much in multiplayer, so I wouldn't really know. But all I know is this gun is a beast. It's a 2-shot kill, and you know, semi-auto. It's really not got much recoil. As you can see, it goes up and down really if you fire it, you know, at a decent rate. I mean, my trigger finger's pretty decent. I can, you know, pump out bullets pretty fast, as you can see. But if you do that, as you can see, the recoil pattern is a lot bigger. than that. So you want to, if you're gonna use semi-auto, you want to sort of control your rate of fire. As you can see, it's pretty accurate. But this gun has really got an interesting fire rate when you put it onto full auto. It's not much faster than, you know, your trigger finger can go, really, as you can see here. You know, obviously you don't have to tap and it's much easier. You just can hold down the trigger and pump it out. But as you can see, you know, if you've got a decent trigger finger, you can pretty much fire that fast anyway, as you can see here. So I wouldn't really recommend select fire on this gun, but I would recommend this gun. It's probably one of the overlooked ones. I think people are put off by semi-auto assault rifles too easily, and this one's actually a bit of a beast. But we'll move on to the last gun I'm going to look at, because I don't really want to show you how the full auto rifles work out in burst, because the only ones that have really got any, you know, huge recoil are the AN-94 and the SCAR. So you know, pretty much just keep the full auto ones full auto, and you know, it should do you well. But anyway, let's move on to the last assault rifle. Right, so here we are for the last assault rifle. As you can see, I'm using the SWAT 5.56, and to me, this is the most underrated gun in the entire game. Maybe just the most sort of overlooked assault rifle, but for me, I think it's the most overlooked and underused and underappreciated guns in the game. For me, when I first used this, it was similar to how, like, the pre-patch M16 from Modern Warfare 3. You know, I don't really like to compare games, but, you know, I think everybody understands what I'm saying when I mean that, because that gun was really bad. It felt like that when I first used it. You know, I used it and I was like, you know, I'm not going to use this again. Pretty disappointed with that. But then I went back and tried it, and as long as you keep your playstyle to sort of compensate for the, you know, the burst mode, because it doesn't fire as fast as the M8A1, so you've really got to you know, play like this, or like this, or like this. No, but but what I've realised is if you put select fire on this gun, it's an absolute monster. As you can see, here's the 3-round burst mode. As you can see, it doesn't fire very fast. Probably fires about half as fast as the M8A1. I'm not sure about the exact numbers, I haven't really looked them up. But yeah, it doesn't fire too fast. You know, comparable, like if you compare it to the M8A1 anyway. But if you put it onto select fire, it actually fires full auto. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of recoil, but similar to the M8A1, it pretty much goes straight up. It has a little bit of left to right, but not very much at all. And I've not got the foregrip on it either, so I would really suggest using the foregrip. But as I mentioned earlier, I really would recommend that if you're going to run this with select fire, that you put primary gunfighter on and have all three: select fire, grip, and extended mags. Because again, this only has 20 rounds in a clip, and it's not really enough if you're using it full auto. But that's pretty much it. That's my little look into, you know, not very detailed look, but my little look into non-full auto assault rifles with the select fire attachment. Hopefully you'll go and try some of this out, especially the SWAT 5.56, as I said, because I have had a lot of luck with it with select fire. So I really suggest that you go and try it out. That's basically the end of the video. I'll link to previous videos after this. Hopefully you will join me for the next one, and panda shit. Right, so I went back and watched over the footage that I'd just recorded, and I thought I'd actually go back and show you what this gun is like with a foregrip. That is, of course, the SWAT 5.56, because, you know, I probably should have covered it anyway. But here you go. This is it with the grip. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, I've got extended clip, grip, and select fire. This is it on the 3-round burst mode. You can see, as you probably guessed, not much recoil at all. And then if you go into full auto, it pretty much kicks straight up. So the foregrip makes the recoil much more manageable. It sort of takes away the side-to-side recoil, and it makes it much more manageable, because all you have to do is just, you know, gently hold down on the right analog stick, and you'll be good to go. So as I said, really underrated gun. I really do suggest you go and try it out, and I also suggest you rewind the video and listen to my little outro again, because this doesn't make any sense.